We are back on the record in cause numbers 2022-0D04838 and 2022, is Erica there? 0D04436, State of Texas versus Ray Anthony Fierro. Mr. Fierro, we took a little bit of a break there so that you could speak with your attorney. Again, this is just as to a plea on one of these cases, the one ending 4436. Were you able to sufficiently discuss your plea with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to where we left off if you remember everything we did. You do?
My apologies for the misunderstanding earlier.
No worries. Better that we take time to clear things up than move ahead without answering your questions. So I'm going to go back in cause number 2022-0D04436. Mr. Fierro, you are charged by indictment with the third-degree felony of possession of a controlled substance in penalty group 1 or 1B in an amount between 1 and 4 grams. To that charge, sir, what is your plea? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Are you making your plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
I will find you are making your plea freely and voluntarily. Ms. Elizalde, would you summarize the evidence, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Had the state proceeded to trial, the state would have been able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that on or about the 25th day of February 2022 and anterior to the presentment of this indictment in the county of El Paso and state of Texas, Ray Anthony Fierro, hereinafter referred to as a defendant, did then and there intentionally or knowingly possess a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, having an aggregate weight, including adulterants or dilutants, in an amount of 1 gram or more, but less than 4 grams. At this point, we would ask the court to introduce into the record State's Exhibit 1, the plea papers, State's Exhibit 2, disclosure form, and yes, that's it.
And no objection from the defense, Your Honor.
Without objection, states 1 and 2 are admitted. What is the plea agreement?
4 years community supervision under the deferred adjudication provisions of the Texas criminal procedure. And then we have a $1,000 fine, 250 hours community service, TAP, UABA, curfew, standard terms and conditions, and a dismissal, which I have emailed the court on 2022-0D04838. And I just recently agreed to dismiss a failure to ID misdemeanor that will be taken care of with the misdemeanor attorney.
Mr. Huffman, is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Fierro, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understand that the plea agreement is not binding on the court. However, if I were to reject it, I would allow you to withdraw your plea. If I follow the plea agreement, you may not appeal this case except on matters raised by written motion and ruled on before trial or by permission of the court. The next document I'm going to ask you about is the 1-page document entitled The Trial Court Certification of Your Right to Appeal. It is a document that explains your appeal rights. Because this is a plea bargained or negotiated case, you do not have an automatic right of appeal. Mr. Fierro, do you recall reviewing the trial court certification with your attorney and signing that document?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Signed by your attorney and signed by the court as well. Finally, the last document, the motion for deferred adjudication. Mr. Fierro, did you review the motion for deferred adjudication with your attorney and sign that document?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Mr. Huffman, did you explain to your client both the benefits and detriments of deferred adjudication?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Mr. Fierro, do you understand that if you violate a condition of deferred adjudication, the court can proceed to sentence you up to the full range of punishment for this offense? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And are you asking the court to grant you deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I will find in this case that there is sufficient evidence to substantiate a finding of guilt. However, I will not enter a finding of guilt at this time. Instead, I will defer further proceedings and place you on deferred adjudication pursuant to the plea agreement for a period of 4 years. There will be a $1,000 fine. I'm going to probate the entirety of that fine. 250 hours of community service, TAP, screening, urine and breath analysis, and curfew. There is also a dismissal I have signed in cause number 2022-0D04838. And I believe there will be some other dismissals on some misdemeanors that will go to another court. Is there anything further, Ms. Elizalde?
Yes, Judge, just to put briefly on the record, that misdemeanor is 2022-0C04923, nothing else.
And Mr. Huffman? You're muted.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck to you, Mr. Fierro. Thank you.
Thank you,
Is
Your
there
Honor.
anything else? No. Ms. Ontiveros, who are